What really improves performance isn't more hustle, another app, or a motivational quote you forgot 5 minutes later. It's the removal of hidden brakes, the tiny sources of drag in your body, your mind, and your environment that steal speed without making a sound. I'm Catherin Harris, and today I'm going to show you how to take your foot off those brakes so the effort you're already investing finally converts into results. As you listen, don't try to remember everything. Pick one lever per area, body, mind, environment, and install it today. Momentum loves simplicity. Let's start with the most underestimated driver of performance, state before strategy. If your nervous system is sitting in the wrong gear, no tactic will save you. The difference between anxiety and readiness is often 1 minute of deliberate breathing. Before you touch your task, close your mouth and breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, out for 6, and repeat 10 times. Longer exhales tell your body, we're safe. That single shift brings blood flow back to the prefrontal cortex, the part of you that plans, focuses, and solves problems. It is impossible to do your best work while your body thinks it's under threat. You're not lazy, you're flooded. Calm first, then perform. Now let's challenge the myth that motivation is the spark you need. Motivation is the smoke, friction is the fire. Reduce friction, and you won't need more motivation. Ask, what makes the first 60 seconds of my key habit difficult? That's your friction point. If writing is your craft, open a document that already contains a 1-sentence prompt from yesterday so you never face a blank page. If the gym is your arena, lay out clothes and shoes where your feet land in the morning. If deep work is your lever, put your phone in another room and block the top 3 distraction sites for the next 90 minutes. You don't need a personality transplant. You need fewer steps between you and the first rep. Here's another break. Confusing speed with switching. The brain pays a heavy tax for context switching, opening your inbox mid-task, peeking at social, hopping to a new document because your current one feels slow. You lose invisible minutes as your brain reloads the rules of each environment. Real performers are ruthless about single threading. They choose one priority block, one outcome, one tool. A simple rule, 1 tab for the work, 1 pad for the thoughts that don't belong here. Any idea that pops up goes to the pad, not to a new window. You'll be shocked how many urgent ideas look ordinary when you glance at them an hour later. Let's talk cycles. Your energy isn't a flat battery, it's a wave. Most people can sustain 1 to 2 deep blocks of 60 to 90 minutes before quality drops. Instead of trying to grind for 4 hours and hating yourself at the end, schedule a 90-minute sprint followed by a 10 to 15-minute reset. Stand up, walk, drink water, look far into the distance to relax your eye muscles, breathe slow. That is not laziness, it's maintenance. You wouldn't race a car without pit stops and expect to win. Treat your biology with the same respect. Sleep is not a reward, it's performance infrastructure. If a single lever were to carry 50% of your gains, this is it. Aim for a consistent sleep and wake time, and get morning light in your eyes as soon as you can. Light anchors your internal clock, which controls alertness, mood, and focus. Caffeine can help, but delay it 60 to 90 minutes after waking, so it amplifies alertness rather than replacing it. And protect the last 60 minutes of your evening. Screens, work conversations, and heavy meals are the enemies of deep sleep. Tonight, trade 1 episode for a wind down. Warm shower, lights dimmed, simple pages in a book. Tomorrow's performance begins the night before. Let's dismantle another myth. More information always leads to better performance. More clarity does. Information becomes clarity when you force it through the bottleneck of a concrete next action. At the start of a work block, write 1 sentence. By the end of this block, I will have Yaud's teas. Use a verb and a visible deliverable. Outline, draft, slide, code function, set of calls made. The brain likes finish lines. When you define a finish line, you reduce ambiguity, and ambiguity is a massive break. Recovery is not just sleep. It's the micro-recoveries during your day that keep you from slipping into the gray zone, too tired to do real work, too wired to rest. Sprinkle in 2 to 3 5-minute resets. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, feel your feet on the floor, then open your gaze and let it soften. Your system will return to baseline faster, and you'll have energy left for the last part of the day when most people are coasting. Nutrition for performance isn't about perfection, it's about stability. You want stable energy, stable mood, and stable attention. Think protein at each meal, fiber to slow absorption, and hydration earlier than you think you need it. Keep a bottle nearby and sip before you feel thirsty. If you hit the afternoon slump, try a 10-minute walk outside and a glass of water before you reach for another coffee. Movement plus light can often restore alertness better than a third shot of espresso. Training quality beats training volume. Whether you're an athlete, a student, a coder, or a creator, the highest ROI comes from deliberate practice, the uncomfortable 20% of your work aimed at the weakest link. Ask, what is the one constraint throttling my output right now? Then design a tiny drill that attacks it. Writers, 5 reps of crafting a clean topic sentence. Developers, 3 reps of writing unit tests for tricky edge cases. Speakers, 2 reps of opening hooks recorded on your phone until one lands. Small focus drills compound because they change your skill curve, not just your hours logged. Environment is strategy in disguise. If your space screams distraction, your brain will obey. Put the tools you need within arm's reach. Put temptations out of reach. Keep a deep work kit, noise-canceling headphones, a physical timer, sticky notes, and a water bottle. Start the timer. Don't wait to feel ready. Readiness often follows action, not the other way around. When the timer ends, celebrate the rep. Success grows where it's acknowledged. Identity is the engine under the hood. The fastest way to move from trying to performing is to shift from outcome goals to identity commitments. Instead of, I want to run a marathon, it becomes, I'm the kind of person who laces up daily. Instead of, I'll write a book, it becomes, I'm a writer who shows up for 45 minutes every morning. Your daily actions vote for the person you believe you are. Cast consistent votes, and your self-image updates, making the actions feel natural instead of heroic. Let's upgrade your planning in 5 minutes. Tonight, list tomorrow's top 3 outcomes, not tasks. Tasks are endless, outcomes are finite. Then assign each outcome to a protected block on your calendar. If it's not on the calendar, it's not real. Front-load the most important outcome into your first deep block. Protect that block like you would a flight departure. On time, non-negotiable, no last-minute emails. You're not being rigid, you're being respectful to your future self. Feedback is the force multiplier most people avoid because it bruises the ego. Love the bruise. Set up a feedback loop that is fast and gentle. After each deep block, debrief in 2 sentences. What moved? What stuck? When something sticks, don't blame willpower. Inspect the system. Was the finish line vague? Was the block too long? Was your phone near you? Did you need a smaller first step? Systems thinking turns frustration into fixes. Now, a word on willpower. It's real, but it's overrated. The best performers design so they only need willpower at key moments, not all day. Pre-commitment is your friend. If you want to train tomorrow, book the class today. If you want to study, tell a friend you'll send a photo of your completed outline at 10 a.m. If you want to eat better, prepare one default meal on Sunday you can repeat during the week. Every pre-commit is a future decision you no longer have to negotiate. Technology can boost performance when you make it obey your rules. Use tools to reduce thinking, not to add options. Timers, site blockers, calendar blocks, and simple checklists beat complex dashboards that look impressive and change nothing. If a tool doesn't shorten the path to action, it's decoration. Here's a reframe for days when the spark just won't come. Aim for minimum remarkable. What is the smallest unit of work that would still be genuinely useful? 1 clean paragraph, 1 tested function, 1 polished slide. Minimum remarkable lowers the bar to start while protecting the quality you care about. Most off days are saved by a single minimum remarkable block. Movement is a cognitive enhancer you carry everywhere. A brisk 10 to 20-minute walk can lift mood, sharpen focus, and unlock ideas that won't appear at your desk. If you're stuck, move your body and move your eyes to wide peripheral vision by looking at the horizon. Narrow focus is great for execution. Wide focus is great for problem solving. Let's talk about the finish. Many people bleed performance at the end of a work block because they slide out without closure. Create a 2-minute shutdown ritual. Write a 1-line summary of progress, note the very next action you'll take tomorrow, and tidy your workspace. That micro closure tells your brain, this is safely parked, which reduces after-hours rumination and protects your evening recovery. A clean exit today is a clean entry tomorrow. If you only remember 5 ideas from today, make them these. 1. Regulate state before you chase strategy. Slow breathing, present body, ready mind. 2. Reduce friction to make the first minute automatic. Clothes laid out, phone away, document pre-started. 3. Respect cycles. 90 minutes on, short reset, repeat. 4. Define visible finish lines. 1-sentence outcome per block. 5. Install a daily shutdown. Close the loop, prime the next step, leave the desk clean. Now choose your 3 levers. 1 body, 1 mind, 1 environment. Body might be morning light and a 10-minute walk. Mind might be 1-sentence outcome before each block. Environment might be phone in another room and 1-tab rule. Install them today, not next Monday. Performance is not about discovering a secret. It's about doing the obvious things consistently and protecting them from the noise. You do not need a different life to perform at a higher level. You need fewer breaks. You already have the gas. When you release what drags, the same effort takes you twice as far. I'm Catherin Harris. Take a breath. Pick your levers. Start the first minute now.